Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Fatoma Sete, and it's good to have you guys back. To all the returning subscribers and all the commenters and the likers and the shareists. Thank you guys for always having my back, and I really appreciate that. So, vandaag, I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna do all those funny intros and whatever you guys call it. Yeah, that's not me today. Today I want to dwell into something very educational. Um, a friend of mine asked me to do this video. I was not ready. I still am not ready. Um, I don't even know if my mic is working. Hi guys, I'm coming back. I don't know if my mic is working. I'm barely you are. Okay, well, beautiful people, my mic is working. I don't want what happened last time to happen to me right now. I just don't want that to happen. The reason why I said I don't know if my mic is not working is because I recently got myself a new mic from Shane. Shein. I don't know how you guys call it. But I recently got myself a new mic. It's kind of portable, it's kind of nice. I can even do vlogs with it. It's just that I haven't had the time to think of what vlogs to make and all those sort of things. So today's video I'll be talking about types, so many types of contraceptives. I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'm just going to talk about some of them. Some of them that I've been exposed to, some that I researched, and yeah, some that I get to work with when I'm working with my patients, you see. I remember sometime there was somebody who said I must just wear my uniform and do this video thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'd like to, but I don't know if it's legal. Is it legal? I don't know. Lately, anything is legal. So, today we're talking about contraceptives. We all know what contraceptives are. Contraceptives are methods that you use to prevent you from falling pregnant. But truth is, they're not only used to prevent you from falling pregnant. You can also use contraceptives to help with your. Don't mind me looking down. I had to jot down some notes because wow, it was a lot of information. I couldn't even gather it in a few short space of time because I was so excited to record this video, so I just wanted to deliver. So contraceptives are mainly used to prevent pregnancy. That's how everybody knows them. That when you use contraceptives, it means you are sexually active and you want to prevent getting pregnant. But at some point, there are people out there who are using contraceptives, but they are not sexually active. They're just using contraceptives because they want to regulate their periods. They want to get rid of the acne, the hormonal acne on their faces, because there are some people who have very, very, very bad acne, and that sometimes the hormonal contraceptives can help with the acne. And then sometimes it reduces risks of anemia because it regulates your cycle. If you don't have a regular cycle, like say for instance, in a month you can go on periods for like two times in a month. You get your periods and then you rest for a week, and then the other week you get your other periods, and all of them are heavy, meaning you're losing more blood. So contraceptives are used to regulate your periods. They're also used to reduce the risk of anemia. So I'm just looking at something, guys. They're saying 2 large pizzas for 160. and I'm hungry. Never mind me. I should just switch off whatever I'm looking this. Okay, so it also used to stop stop you from having anemia. So anemia means that you have lost a lot of blood, your iron level is going down. So when you are having a heavy flow, when you're having periods, irregular periods, they just come whenever they want to come, they are unplanned, you get to experience anemia, meaning you're losing a lot of blood and your body doesn't even have time to make that blood and help you. It's like your body can't even rest, it can't even produce more iron for you because now you're busy losing blood. That's why we have like iron supplements for that. But we also have contraceptives to help you from losing blood. Now we have the number one that we all know. It's condoms. Where are my condoms? I have condoms, guys. I have condoms to show you. I'm just gonna rip it. Okay, here's a condom. It's trust. How do people do this? I usually see people doing this. Oh, here it is. That's trust. So this is the condom that I have on my hand. Now, before you use your condom, you have to check if it's still sealed. I'm teaching, it's a teaching lesson, it's a teaching class. So you have to check if it's still sealed. You have to check obviously the expiry date. It's a very important. And guys, you have to make sure that you keep your condoms in a very cool place, not in a place that can be exposed to heat because it damages the latex of the condom. Should I open this? I don't think I'm going to open this. So before you open your condom, obviously some people use their teeth. Sometimes you use your teeth. Come on, guys, there's lubricant in here. Don't you eat the lubricant? Never mind. You have to push your condom down, like you remove it on the way and then you just open it and then you use it. It can be, if it's good, it's in good quality, if it's still valid, the expiry date is still good, you can still use it. If it's not open or anything or doesn't have any dodgy openings, you can still use it. It's very good. And how you use it as well is very important. You cannot just take it out and just put it on without making that smalling and a tip at the end before you roll it down on the shaft of the penis. So if you don't do that, obviously it's gonna break. You're gonna fall pregnant if you're not using contraceptives. So if you really don't want to fall pregnant, condoms and an additional contraceptive method, be it the pill, the injection, I'm gonna mention all of that. So our number one is the condom. Be it you're using the pill, be it you're using the injection, be it you're using whatever contraceptive you like to use, this is always the key. Your condom is always the key because the condom prevents sexually transmitted infections or sexually transmitted diseases. So take care of you. Nobody's going to do it for you. We also have female condoms, which I don't have at hand. I only have the male ones. Now, we are done talking about condoms, but what I can tell you is that remember, always use your condom, just to prevent you from getting sexually transmitted infections. If you doubt your partner, one itty-bitty thing, if you doubt them, use your condom, please, yes. And then we have the pill. The pill, contraceptive pill, we have so many of them. We have Feminal, we have Oral, we have Yasmin, we have Microville. Like there's so many. There are so many, yet we have triphasal. Some people say triphasal. They work together. They do one job. And one job is to prevent you from falling pregnant. And one thing I like about, I have used triphasal. I prescribed it for myself. I'm a nurse. I used it. It was working very good for me. It was working very good. It treated me just fine. But now, the longer I used it, the more I started getting these weird headaches. I started having headaches when I was approaching my period. I had bad, bad, bad headaches. I couldn't even cope. I could just sit there and the headache would just hit me, or sometimes I'm just driving and the headache was just, it's like a strike. It strikes you out of nowhere. So I stopped using it. And then, wait, I closed my book. I don't know, I closed my book. So with the pill, we have Microvol, Oralcon, Feminol, Trifasol, Yasmin. I think I included all of them that I could think of. So we have progesterone only pills, which are your Microvol. Those are the ones that we usually give to women who had just given birth and they're recently breastfeeding, because it doesn't affect the baby. It has not, like, it doesn't do anything to the breast milk. So usually we prefer that for them because it's progesterone only pill. We prefer it for them. And then the only thing you can get, the side effects, the common side effects, it's spotting, it's breast discomfort, and sometimes amenorrhea. You may not get your periods, and amenorrhea means that you may not get your periods. And then Oralcon, you did. I think people use this one. There are people who prefer using this one, but mostly where I work, people prefer using Trifasol. So most of these oral pills, they have almost the same side effects. So the side effects could be headache, nausea and vomiting, breast tenderness, spotting, and sometimes your weight could fluctuate, because it doesn't mean that when you're gaining weight, it's because of the contraceptive. You are gaining weight because the contraceptive is causing you to eat a lot, meaning it's heightening. Meaning it's increasing your appetite. So when it's increasing your appetite, you get to eat a lot. So most people would come to us and tell us, I don't want this anymore, because since I started taking this, now I'm getting fatter and fatter and fatter. It's not that. It's just that you eat a lot. And sometimes when you eat a lot, you don't actually really realize it until you get on the scale and you're like, whoa. Since I started using this contraceptive, I'm gaining weight. This is the reason why I'm gaining weight. I don't want this anymore. So I believe as professionals, healthcare professionals, it's important to educate our patients or our clients about the side effects of these contraceptives. I'm not going to mention much. And then Trifasol. I love Trifasol. Given a chance, I'd go back to it, minus the headaches. Now, if you get to, there's a child outside doing too much. If you get to miss a pill, say for instance you're taking the pill, and you get to miss one. Say for instance you take a pill every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then today you're like, oh, I missed my pill. But then you remember, say for instance, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can take your pill, that's fine, and still continue taking it at 8 o'clock in the morning every day. You miss 2. You have to make sure that you take both of them at the same time, but you have to use your extra protection, meaning you have to use condoms if you know that you're going to engage sexually with your partner. And then if you use 3 or more, if you miss 3 or more, might as well just throw away the pack and go see a healthcare professional and just ask them what to do. If you don't throw it away, you can just take it with you to the doctor or whomever you're seeing and just explain to them what happened. And then they can then from that time do a pregnancy test, obviously, but I don't think it's going to show anything at that time. And then they can give you a new fresh pack. So most of these pills, Dinale, I don't have pills. I wish I had them. They have arrows at the back, but the Trifasol, the arrows are on top. They tell you when to start. You just follow the arrow. It's very easy to use. It's not complicated at all. But whatever I'm saying right now, just make sure that you speak to your healthcare professional. I know I'm also a healthcare professional, but I can't tell you which contraceptive to use, because our bodies are not the same. I can be using Trifacil and then you use Trifacil, and then it treats you fine. You don't have any problems with it, no headache, no nothing, no nausea, no whatever. But then I'm using it and then I have headache and whatever. So our circumstances are different. So sometimes if you have a history of bad headaches like migraines, there are contraceptives that you're not supposed to use. Like moving to the injection. Some people, when they start to experience bad headaches, it could be like, say for instance, we're just evaluating you and then you start to experience bad headaches and you tell us that I have a history of bad headaches and whatever, then we decide not to give you Depo. It's a injection. We decide not to give you Depo because it's gonna increase your headache, because those are some of the side effects. And then there's Depo, there's neurosteroid. Sometimes our patients would come and they would say like, sister, ke kopa nail spray. And I'm like, but you can't laugh at them. You can't laugh. Just tell them what it is, and then you'll just laugh after. So yeah, so those are the two. I just broke my nail. Just broke it. Broke my nail. It was breaking, but I didn't expect it would break so quickly. So we have the Depo, we have the nursery. Those are our injectables. And then we have the IUD. The IUD is a very, very small device that you insert into the uterus. So it has wings, né? It helps, it prevents the sperms from going inside the fallopian tubes. It's best that it gets administered, or it gets inserted by a trained professional, because if you don't do it correctly, chances of you getting pregnant are high. Chances of it getting lost inside your uterus are very high. So it's best that it's inserted by a trained professional. Not every professional can insert the IUD. And then we have the implant. Okay, the IUD can last up to 3 to 10 years, depending if you still want to have a child now or you want to have it later, whatever. Then we have the implant. Implant is another device that they just inserted just under your skin here, be it on your non-dominant hand, because we want you to be able to use the dominant hand, because the first day we insert it, we don't want you to be using a lot of force, because chances of it shifting are very high. So we have the implant. It works more or less like the Depo injectable. Some people can get heavy bleeding with it and they just decide, I don't want this anymore. And then some people, it takes them just fine. Some people just feel like, okay, this is good for me. At least I don't have to go to the clinic every time. At least I have like 3 years with it. I'll only remove it if I feel like I'm ready to have a child. And then we have, oh my God, keeps frozen. We have the emergency pill. Now I'm sitting down and I'm getting tired. The emergency pill is the one that you use when, say for instance, today at 8 o'clock or yesterday at 8 o'clock, John, I can say John. Okay, Robert John, how there is a contraception, you don't use the condom. And then John just released all of his soldiers inside of you. And then you tell him, dude, what just happened? Okay, this is what happened. I released my soldiers and whatever. Tomorrow morning, you don't wait. If you don't want to fall pregnant, you go straight to the pharmacy. It doesn't even need a thingy. It doesn't even need you to have a prescription. So you just go straight to the pharmacy, you explain to them what happened, and then they'll give you a form to fill in. And that form you fill in, and then they'll give you the emergency contraceptives. But guys, emergency contraceptives aren't 100% safe. You can use them still fall pregnant. It's very much possible, depending on where you were on your cycle. if you were at that phase where the egg was already released and it was just ready, it won't work. And you can only use it for a couple of times. After that, it stops working. So I suggest that it's best that we just go on contraceptives, something that you can trust, something that you feel is safe for you to use, something that is reliable, something that you have more information on. And then I think I spoke about everything I wanted to speak about. Also, some of the contraceptives helps with menstrual cramps. But now, honestly, I forgot to talk about the patch. And I have the patch next to me. This is the patch. Don't look at my name. This is the patch. It's called Evra. So Evra is a patch that you use. You apply it on your skin. You can apply it here. You can apply it on your bum. You can apply it wherever. You just open it. You just open it. I can't open it. It's a very small patch. You just patch it on your skin. Say for instance you patched it on Monday. This week you're gonna go with it for 7 days and then you remove it and patch another one. There are 3 packs, 3 of each. I'm left with 2. There are 3 of each. So after the third, you use the third one. That week, that's when you can expect to get your periods. With me using this, it's quite interesting for me because I do get period pains, but they're not as bad. But now they differ every month. So whichever contraception you want to use, whichever method you would like, just consult with your doctor, consult with your nurse, consult with your gynecologist, ask them the different options and which ones are safe for you. And also, it is important to give your your history. Give them your history, any your health history, your medical history, everything, every itty-bitty thing that concerns your health. Give it to them. Tell them what's up with you, what's up with your health, so they can know which one they need to recommend for you. And still, at the end of the day, it's your choice which one you want to use. So guys, it's important to use contraceptives if you are not ready to have a child. But usually, let me just stick to this. If you're not ready to have a child, use contraceptives. But don't feel bad because you're using contraceptives to help with your skin problems. You don't owe anybody an explanation as to why you're using your contraceptives. Contraceptives are for you and for you alone, for your safety. If you're using them to prevent pregnancy, that's good. If you're using them to regulate your periods, 100% good. So you don't owe anybody an explanation, regardless of how old you are. We are different people. We do different things for different reasons. So you don't owe anybody an explanation. With that being said, this is the longest video I've ever made in my entire life. Woo! Wow. Anywho, guys, that was me, the nurse, telling you about contraceptives as a whole or at large. So whatever you decide, whatever you want to do, talk to your professional healthcare worker. Talk to them, tell them what's up. I know some people are skeptical about going to the clinic or whatever because they say nurses are judgmental and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's your health. And it's not every nurse who's like that. It's not every nurse who's it's gonna work and you're gonna meet and they have this rude attitude. Not all the nurses are like that. Some nurses are really, really they just listen and they explain to you and give you what you want. That's the main aim at the end of the day. So protect yourself. Protect yourself. If you're not ready, do the right thing. And this is me signing out. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to this long video. I'm yawning. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it so much. And I hope you've learned a thing or two on this. Mind you, I'm sitting on the ground. Floor on the ground. With that being said, don't forget to use your condoms. Thank you guys for viewing. I love you. See you on my next video.